Hello, you bearded bastards, and welcome back once again to Ushengvagush, Monsterkiller. And you know, exciting news here, it's currently the 28th of Granite 260, which means that Monsterkiller is 10 years old now. That's really something, especially considering how much has gone on here in the fortress, the goblin sieges, the forgotten beasts. But yeah, I say we have everything under control even now, especially now even. You just gotta love this fortress, such character. Oh, and you know what? It is early spring now, and while they haven't been idle, the dwarves really want to get out there and start raiding once more. And I gotta say, I totally agree with them. There are a whole bunch of goblin settlements up to the north that are asking to be destroyed. And who are we to not give them what they want? Let's have a look here. Now these little purple scroll looking icons are the goblin pits, minor goblin settlements. But this large pinkish cabinet looking icon, well, that's a dark goblin fortress. Their capital, I believe. Very dangerous. And this one here, Dyke Horror, currently has a population of about 1,000. I'm not thinking we should attack that one. Not yet anyways. And so we're going to mainly focus on these smaller ones. See how that goes, you know? And we might as well start off at the closest one, which would be Spidery Sneers, with a population of about 100. Yeah, it looks good to me. We will raid this site, and we're going to attempt to raise it, straight off the bat. And we're also going to leave all options on the table, in terms of freeing captives, releasing prisoners, collecting treasures, that sort of stuff. Might be interesting. Guess we'll see. The mission is set, and we'll assign the Sandblades, Brass Spikes, Griffins of Steel, and the Rough Lovers, all 4 squads. So we'll only have the recruits here, but the goblins just attacked us, and it usually takes them a while to come back, so I'm not too afraid of getting sieged. At the worst, there might be a forgotten beast, but I'm sure these guys can handle it. I'm not too worried. Alright, and we're good to go. Good luck, dwarves, and don't you come back until that place is razed to the ground. And now that the warriors are on their way out, let's take another look at our museum over here. We really have to get stuff on those pedestals. I just ordered a bunch of corpses to be displayed. Oh my. And I was going to say we didn't have enough corpses to fill up the museum, when yet another forgotten beast showed up. The forgotten beast Terron has come. A huge blob composed of grime and filth. It has a stubby tail and it has a bloated body. Beware its poisonous vapors. Oof, you know, I was totally joking around with this one until I got to the poisonous vapors part. Remember that forgotten beast that popped up a while ago? Ugash, I believe its name was. That one had poisonous vapors too. And those vapors made very short work of the dwarves who fought with the creature. Kinda terrifying, really. Well, let's have a closer look here. Alright, well the creature seems to be on the same level as the old fortress, and so there shouldn't be any dwarves around, which is great news. Right, we only have our recruits here right now. Well, no matter, I'm going to take the granite hoods, and we're going to move them to the old fortress courtyard. I'm a bit nervous about this beast. Poisonous vapors can be a pretty big deal, and so that's why I'm not going to send in the other recruit squads. Quite yet anyways. I will however take these squads, and I'm going to send them here to this little T-junction, just as a backup. I don't know, better safe than sorry I guess. Alright, now we're following the beast, who's moving in very slowly. Yeah, like incredibly slowly. Probably for the best. Oh, it looks like we have an artifact. Tell you what, we're gonna check in on that after this beast is dealt with. Following the beast once more, who is still slowly slithering towards the fortress. I imagine this creature must stink pretty bad, huh? What with its poisonous vapors, and the fact that it's composed of grime and filth. You know, I'm not sure if this creature can reach the fortress actually. That might be some pretty good news right there. Yeah, you know, having a look around, it does not look like this creature can reach the fortress. Once again, another safely contained beast. I think we have 4 of them on the map right now, actually. This one here has my interests piqued quite a bit though, just because it does have that poisonous vapor. I'd say there's some real potential there, in terms of fortress defense that is. Well, let's see here. Alright, so I think I've worked up a little plan for our blobby guest, which, you know, let's not kid around at this point. This plan's probably going to fail, but it'll still be fun. Here, just work with me for a second. Alright, now way up here in the first cavern layer we have our forgotten beast, okay? Currently stuck here, and it moves very slowly, which is important. Now I'm thinking we can make a little passage down from this level, say right here, and then go down a bit, winding around, and then down a whole long ways to right here, okay? Stick with me. And without getting too confusing, I'm gonna try to get that forgotten beast to come down here and into this room right here. And that's gonna be the first part of the plan. If we can accomplish that, I'll go into further detail. But on another subject, the Sandblades and others have returned. Very exciting, let's have a look. Mission report. Raise Spidery Sneers. Spring 260. The warriors head up, enter Spidery Sneers. Again, the dwarf Asen and Meyer medals outmatch the goblins with a cunning plan. She is one hell of a tactician, huh? Now, she's not the leader of my army, but I picture her being like a strong right hand to Einod, our militia commander. Asen is the brains, while Einod is the brawn. quite a pair of those two. Now I'm gonna start at the top and go down once more. A whole lot of goblin killing once again. A lot of good stuff here. Einod is a beast. Hell, all the dwarves are beasts. Oh man, would you take a look at that? It says we destroyed Spider-Isnears after rampaging through and looting Spider-Isnears. That is amazing. Is it really gone? Let's take a look. Yeah, having a look here, it looks to be grayed out, just like City Seduce. That is fantastic. 2 down, I guess. Oh man, let's keep that up. But first things first, let's have a look at the spoils report. Ugh. And once more, a whole bunch of garbage. Interestingly, there are a couple of instrument pieces here. We should probably look into getting some instruments for the Big Bad Dune Hall. Well, it says here we have a giant cave swallow leather Umu head, as well as a green glass Umu drum. So how about an Umu? Let's see. Alright, now I don't have much experience with instruments in Dwarf Fortress, but I guess we come down here, select instrument, and then we can place the instrument. How about over here? Just by this window here. And it does not look like we can place an Umu anywhere, but we do have this Dwarf bone Tolto that I think we got out of the first raid on City Seduce. Yeah, what the hell, let's put that down. And while that's getting done, you may notice the abundance of poets here in the Big Bad Dune Hall. Quite a lot of them. They all kind of arrived together, and it says they're all here to perform, putting on a show for the citizens. Always good. Bunch of humans, goblins, even elves. A couple of them got into an argument, I believe, when they first arrived, and one of the humans punched the hell out of this goblin, who has been throwing up all over the place. You know, it's not the most pleasant thing to have to deal with, you know, like during a performance. Oh, my mistake actually, this goblin is not a poet, it's in fact a dancer. And if you have a look here, they're completely naked as well. Just covered with blood and vomit. Could you tell me why that would be? Yeah, you know, I just had a look around and all these elves, humans, and goblins are in fact bards or poets, and this is the only dancer. A naked, vomiting dancer. Puts on one hell of a show, though. That's for sure. Oh my. Anywho, looks like our Tolto is getting put in place as we speak. Now let's have a look at that thing. I'm pretty curious. The Tolto is a huge stationary percussion instrument. It consists of 2 bone bowls attached to a glass stand. The musician scrapes the bowls with glass sticks. The instrument has a 1.5 octave range going from a low to a middle pitch, and the instrument has a vibrating raspy timbre. This particular one is made out of Dwarf bone, and the stand is made of green glass. The sticks as well. Well, I'd really like to see if somebody could play the thing. Go ahead, dwarves, give it a shot. That vomiting goblin needs some music to dance to. Yeah, a whole bunch of poets here, just kinda sitting around. Having a look at our museum, you can see we do have a bunch of corpses in place now. Most of these displayed corpses are skeletons. They do have some age to them at this point. We have not been hanging on to Forgotten Beast corpses lately. Kind of a shame, but there's always more to come. Not too concerned. Oh, and also you'll see down in this corner here, this is a corpse of a human. In fact, it's that thief human from last episode, the one that tried to sneak in and grab this book. I figured we'd put him over here next to this crocodile, just to ward off future potential thieves. Probably for the best, you know? Damn troublemakers. Oh, and right, I almost forgot we have a new artifact here. Tanaseth. Tick quested. A diorite ring. This is a diorite ring. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with oval diorite capicons, studded with iron, decorated with llama wool and hemp, and encircled with bands of round diorite capicons and Rutherware leather. This object is adorned with hanging rings of high wood and menaces with spikes of iron. On the item is an image of 2 onion plants in diorite, as well as an image of waves in dog bone. Keep in mind, everyone, that this is the culmination of a dwarf's entire life. Their one crowning achievement. Yeah, you know what? Let's throw a couple onion plants on there. I love it. Alright, now then. The raiders have returned. I showed off our museum. Bunch of poets here. Still working away down here in our Forgotten Beast trap. It's getting there. Patience. Ah, and here's something I've been meaning to do in a big way. We have done nothing with our Heroes Hall yet. Very shameful. So, I'll tell you what. Let's start messing around with that. I have a few things to make. Just little details that we're going to throw in there. And while that's getting done, how about we head out on another raid? Might as well, right? Keep those warriors busy. And this time, we're going to go to the Dark Goblin Pits of Flea Demon, ruled over by the Ticks of Praising, a subdivision of the Frosty Barbarity. Again, there's about 100 enemies here, so it should be pretty much like that last place. I would imagine, I don't really know. That being said, I'm not too concerned. So let's do it. Raid Flea Demon, and we'll do everything just like we did last time. And hopefully we'll raise this place to the ground as well. And we'll send in the Sandblades, Brass Spikes, Griffins of Steel, and the Rough Lovers once more. There we go. All set. Give 'em hell, warriors! Luck be with you! And while the warriors are out raiding, and those bits and pieces are still getting ready for the Hero Hall, we have our Forgotten Beast pen right here, pretty much set up. So then, you can see I have these 2 little entrances in the pen blocked up by bridges. That I'm going to link up to a lever. And you know, I'm going to put a couple bridges out here as well, just to block up these entrances. I know this doesn't make any sense yet, but bear with me. Oh, and it looks like our beast is fighting with a giant olm, and it killed it. Yikes, that was pretty harrowing. We certainly wouldn't want this beast to get killed before we finish its pen. That would stink. Good thing it can handle itself. Oh, and the humans have arrived. I feel like I haven't seen them forever. Welcome back, you giants. As always, it's a pleasure. And on top of that, it looks like the raiders have returned as well. Fantastic, let's have a look. Mission report. Raise Flea Demon. Summer 260. The warriors head up once more. Outmatch the goblins with a cunning attack. Yeah, again. And then the slaughter is underway. Those goblins never stand a chance, huh? Beautiful. I'm so excited for those other squads to get into a fighting form. We'll be unstoppable. And would you look at that? It looks like we destroyed Flea Demon. So cool. Man, that's awesome. Unstoppable. Now then, spoils report. Let's have a look. Bunch of crap once more. And there are a couple instruments in here. A limestone tull, as well as a white stork leather ustral. We'll have to look at those closer. Ugh, annoying. Yeah, another forgotten beast, and it looks like a totally boring one. The forgotten beast spun Gugolad Omas Ebra has come. A towering blob composed of steam. Steam? It has two long, curly tails and it squirms and fidgets. That's it. Nothing to even be concerned about, I'm thinking. The warriors should just be able to blow through the thing, no problem. Let's see. Tell you what, let's take our recruits out. Go get them, guys. Oh, and what's this now? An elven diplomat once more. Another disgusting beast I have no interest in facing. Fantastic. Well, come on in, you rat bastard. Anyways, I mean, do I even care about this one? I'm watching, but I'm not expecting much from it at all. Oh, and here come some warriors. Just wrestlers, it looks like. And they're moving in. Seeing some... I think that was steam, and it's dead. Wahoo! One of the least thrilling forgotten beast fights so far. Anyways, back to work, I guess. Man, there's so much going on in this damn fortress, I can't even keep track of it all. We have a whole bunch of visitors, that forgotten beast pen thing, we're out raiding all the time. Oh, and that hero hall. Ugh. And the elves. Right.
Greetings once again from the woodlands. We have much to discuss. I've come once again to reinforce the fact that we elves are partial in particular to the cacti that surround your desert home. And although we are loath to spare a single branch to your senseless slaughter, we are willing to work with you, noble queen. We humbly ask once more that you cap your tree fells until next we meet.
Ugh, this again. Fine, I'll tell you what. No good's gonna come out of flying off the handle. Again, we're still at war with those goblins. I want to focus. So, once more, we can grant this request. However, let's discuss the specifics. Quite. We can part with at most 118 trees. That's 10 more than last year. Count yourselves lucky. We can abide by this. Let us work towards mutual coexistence. Ah, wonderful. Although we do not always see eye to eye. I bid you farewell. May you someday embrace nature as you embrace the rocks and the mud. Go back to your bushes, will ya? Yeah, okay, we're gonna keep playing the elf games here. Again, we want to focus on the goblins. That's our main target right now. The elves are goddamn annoying, sure, but they're not a threat. Not yet, anyways. Let's work on one son of a bastard at a time. And while we're on the subject of bastards, we look back to our blobby friend. Still up here in the first cavern lair, killing creatures it would seem. There's a corpse of a giant cave toad next to it. Keeping busy, that's nice. And then if we take a look down here in our entry hall, my poorly explained trap I think is good to go. And you can see in the middle of this little forgotten beast pen area, I have constructed a couple of silver chains, to which I attached a giant cave toad, as well as a large rat. Bait. You know. Now hopefully that beast gets to the bottom of these stairs, heads down this little narrow hallway right here, into this pen, and while it's in that pen, I'm going to close up these two bridges right here. Alright? That's the plan. And I think we're ready to implement it. Although the dwarves are currently bringing a whole bunch of clothing and other scattered crap to the trade depot, so we could trade with the humans while they're here. I think I'm gonna let them do that first. Oh, and you know what else we'll do? Let's send the warriors out on another raid. Might as well, right? It's still summertime, the perfect time for raiding. And over here we have another pit, Scale Demon, with a population of about 75 goblins, and it says there's an artifact here, a book. Very cool. And we'll just do this all quick, same thing we've been doing, and we'll send out the same squads once more. Very good. Good luck, warriors. We eagerly await news of your success. And in the meantime we have another artifact. Thykut Dedukazeg, the lover, has created a Zumbithik Gishgilzas, a Sawaro Rib Zokuk. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Dusim Carnage Boulder. which is an awesome name. Heimshears, the Contempt of Crystal. The Zokuk is a small handheld wind instrument, through which constant airflow is maintained by the use of a leather bag, itself supplied by a ceramic blowpipe. The musician selects the pitch by stopping holes in the bone melody pipe attached to the bag. The melody pipe is a conical bore tube. A bone drone pipe provides constant accompaniment. The instrument has a 3.5 octave range going from a middle to a very high pitch. The instrument has a full, sharp, steady, graceful timbre. That sounds like a terribly complex instrument right there. And let's see, this one here is made of a saguaro rib, and it is of course of the highest quality. And it is studded with gold, decorated with cave spider silk and beak dog leather, and encircled with bands of gold and beak dog bone. This object menaces with spikes of diorite and gabbro. We'll have to make sure this thing works its way into the tavern at some point. It'd be perfect for an epic performance. That, paired with the comedic stylings of a vomiting goblin dancer, you're talking a performance you're gonna remember. And fantastic. Now then, our Forgotten Beast pen. I suppose we should do this, huh? I'm a little nervous, but here we go. Now then, we're gonna come right here, up to this level where that Forgotten Beast is, and we'll carve out a downward stairway right here, just like that, which should get this ball rolling. Alright, here we have a brave miner heading towards the Forgotten Beast pen. They're gonna carve away that last little bit, and then the blob will be free to come down to the pen. And this guy should be able to run safely away. That blob is pretty slow, remember. Alright, there we go. The path is now open, and so just to be safe, I'm going to send all the dwarves to the meeting hall and residence level. Alright, now we should be good to go, I imagine. We're now watching Terran, who seems to be coming towards that stairway. Or not, just maybe straight down into the water. I didn't know this thing could swim. Well, I'm not too sure what it's doing. Let's just keep an eye on it. It's alright. We're gonna get this sorted out, don't worry about it. Alright, well Terran is up here now, destroying doors. And if you look down here, I do have our fortress walled up now. So this blob cannot get into the fortress from this level. Its only option to get into the fortress is through that new stairway. So now I guess it's gonna be a waiting game. Oh my lord, another Forgotten Beast. Just never ending, I'll tell ya. The Forgotten Beast Sodor-Dorku has come. An enormous, skinless anteater. It has large mandibles and undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly spittle. Kind of a goofy creature. Deadly spittle. We haven't seen that one too much here in Usheng Vagoosh, and it certainly has never been a threat. I'm not too concerned. Now this creature is swimming through the water down on the third cavern layer, where beasts rarely show up, and the only way up to our fortress is up this way. Gotta come up this slope here, and then there's this downward passage that we discovered a while ago, and then up from that is our fortress. Well, we already have the dwarves on lockdown, so we're just gonna lock up these doors over here, and I guess we'll have another stab at trying to capture this Forgotten Beast in one of our original pens. Oh hey, and would you look at that? Our raiders have returned once more. Are things speeding up here in Usheng Vagoosh? I feel like it's non-stop at this point. Okay, so let's take a look at this mission report real quick. Raised Scale Demon, Summer 260. The warriors head out. The dwarves outmatched the goblins. Killed a whole bunch of goblins and trolls. Oh, and it looks like we were actually able to get that book out of there too. Uncanny Scale Demon. Very good. And then we once again destroyed the goblin pits of Scale Demon, sending the remaining goblins running into the fields. Fantastic. Good job, dwarves. Now the spoils report, let's see. A bunch of semi-interesting things once again. And now I haven't tried this before, but I'm gonna wait for these guys to get onto the map, and I'm gonna send them straight back out. And in the meantime, a Forgotten Beast update. The blob is up in our former museum, destroying pedestals, it would seem. Suit yourself, that's fine. And the anteater is still underwater on the third cavern level. Coming up towards the fortress. Alright, well we're still getting the pen ready. I was hoping to throw some bait in there, but the anteater's already over here trying to destroy these doors. Alright, it looks like all the warriors have returned. Good. Gonna send them back out real quick to Brand Maligned, a goblin pit right next to Dyke Horror, the capital. And it says there's only 20 goblins here. That's nothing. Go get them, guys. Oh, it looks like that door was destroyed by this Forgotten Beast, who's now booking it towards the fortress. The farm area, to be specific. Alright, well it looks like we're not going to capture this beast. And so I'm going to hurry up and call the recruits down to the farm area. There are a lot of civilians and pets out here, so this could be pretty hairy. Oh, looks like the creature is already trying to destroy that door. Ooh, come on recruits. Emergency, let's go. There are so many civilians down here. So I just made a new burrow. That is just the meeting hall. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here, dwarves. And we're still waiting on those recruits. The anteater is still working away at this door here. Oh, and it just destroyed one of them. Working on the next one now. We'll let it finish. Or you know what? Screw it. Don't bust our door. Get in there, dwarves. Following the beast, the dwarves are moving down, rounding the corner, and fighting. I'm seeing some spit flying. The creature is wounded and enraged, spitting all over the place. The creature's throwing one hell of a fit. I see a wounded dwarf and the beast is dead. Good job, all. Let's take a look at that combat real quick. Ugh, looks like one of those spit globs hit an oily wasp in the head. To no effect, which is great. Yeah, that beast was spitting all over the place, but didn't seem to injure anybody. I guess I'm not too surprised at this point. That was one heck of a tough beast though. 23 pages of combat. That's saying something. Well, good job, dwarves. Once again. I think we'll make sure this one gets in the museum. It was pretty cool, wasn't it? And now that we've slain the anteater, we're taking a look back at the blob upstairs, who has wandered back out into the caverns. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to keep our trap open and hope the thing eventually wanders down there, while also keeping a very close eye on it. We don't want it to sneak down into the fortress when we're not looking, but I'm not too concerned. Right now the warriors are heading back out on their raid, very good, while we all try to catch our breath for a goddamn second here, because really things do not end here in this fortress, seemingly. Whew, okay, just relax, have a drink, maybe listen to some poetry, and just enjoy the exotic movements of our vomiting goblin dancer. Okay, I feel better. While we have a small lull in the action here, let's take a look at the Heroes Hall. Very important, we can't put it off any longer. Now there's still a whole bunch of boulders here, which is very shameful in my opinion, but I've also made some statues. Silver statues. 10 of them. Just to start anyways. First we have a statue of the forgotten beast Rashgur, being killed by Leech Mace, one of our lost warriors. Rest well, warrior. Next is a statue of a goblin being slain by the Siegebreaker, another fantastic warrior, one who killed a great many goblins in one of our previous sieges. She was the one who was taken down by that forgotten beast's poisonous gases. Next we have a statue of Monam Robekamush, the first leader of the Brass Spikes. This statue depicts her being elected to the position. Next up we have a statue of the Weevil, slaying the bravest dog we've ever had in the fortress. Logum. That was its name. And it's about damn time that pup got some recognition, huh? What a good boy. Now over on this side, we have a statue of 4 dwarves, 2 of whom are embracing, and one of the remaining 2 is raising the other one. It's a statue of a family, a tribute to all those families who have suffered great loss here in Usheng Vagush. Next we have a statue of Asmel Knifecolor, One Hump, being appointed to the position of leader of the Rough Lovers. What a character, huh? Just seeing that statue brings a smile to your face. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna put a pedestal next to his statue, and I'm gonna make sure that artifact thong that he always wore is put on there. I think that'd be nice. Plus, I mean, I'm not sure anybody's gonna want to wear it at this point anyways. Gross. Following that, we have a statue of Dakost Arrowhead, during his final moments while facing down a beak dog. Just a testament to how brave he was in combat. What a good dwarf. And next to him we'll put a statue of Lycott, our first militia commander here in Usheng Vagush, Venomblood's father. The 2 were friends in life, and I have to imagine it was pretty hard on Arrowhead when Lycott passed. But I suppose they're together now, going on all kinds of adventures in the halls of their fathers. Very good. And then in the center of the room I have a statue of humans and a goblin, all of whom are raising different weapons and looking contemplative. This statue was made in memory of the monster slayers who have died defending Usheng Vagush. So many of them. They will not be forgotten either. And last but not least we have a statue of dwarves, battle axes, and a mountain. The dwarves are raising the battle axes. This one here was made in memory of all of the warriors who have died defending the fortress. Every single one, and there have been many. None of them should be forgotten. And they won't be. Not with this hall here. Now, as I said before, we still have to clean it up quite a bit. And I did actually engrave some stone slabs to put next to each of those statues too. Yeah, this place will be in order before long. No worries about that. It's good we finally did this. We'll have to add some more touches in the future though. I don't feel like this is enough. But it's a start anyways. Now back up here in the first cavern layer we're looking at Terron, the pain in the ass filth blob. Now I'm still hoping the thing goes down to that stairwell that we made, and my new plan is to start making more passages into the first cavern layer, leading down to that blob pen. Now from this point forward I'm not going to be focusing on this project too much, in the video anyways, just because it's kind of a finicky pain in the ass. Nothing really much to see. I will however get back to you if that beast does come down towards the pen. No worries. And besides, there's another project I've really been meaning to get to, and I figure we should at least get it started. And what I'm thinking we sorely need here in Monsterkiller is a throne room for our queen. Having those meetings in the Big Badoon Hall aren't bad, but still not really a proper setting, you know? Yeah, we really should start doing that. And you know, I guess I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a throne room, kind of over here, on the other side of this giant crevice. In fact, I was thinking it would be pretty cool if we can get a suspended walkway. Yeah, another forgotten beast. The forgotten beast Stalkob has come. An enormous, skinless bat. It has a pair of knobby antennae, and it squirms and fidgets. Beware its fire. A terrifying beast. Well, I know we've had fiery beasts in the fortress before, they've never been a problem, except for poor Dusum and his fatless legs. So I guess I'm not too concerned yet again, maybe foolishly. Although this is a bat, a flying fiery beast. That could be a real threat. Guess we'll see. Well, let's start off by following this beast, who is just blowing fire all over the place. Oh my gosh, okay, so there's a big wildfire in the caves currently now. Just burning through the moss and the trees. That's gonna keep spreading too. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Hopefully it doesn't come up towards the fortress. And speaking of coming up towards the fortress, the beast is basically on us. Ugh. Yeah, it was coming up towards the Forgotten Beast pen. Oh, and over the pen. Oh, down to the pen, where we have a giant olm. Oh my god, this is gonna get ugly, huh? Guess we'll see. Oh, a baby, would you look at that. Hoo-hoo-hoo. That is 2 captured Forgotten Beasts right there. Looks like our Weevil has a new neighbor. Fantastic. Yeah, we had put a trained giant olm in this one pen right here. Just kind of pastured in here. And I'm pretty sure the rest was just luck. And good job, lever puller. Like, for real. But yeah, super cool, huh? Another captured Forgotten Beast. And this one's totally awesome, too. A fire-breathing, skinless bat. Kinda looks like a demon or something, huh? Well, I'm sure it would be an interesting thing to send out after the goblins when they show up again. Yeah, I like that. But, we'll see what happens. Well, anyways, as I was saying, I'd really like to make a walkway out from the meeting hall here, leading to the Queen's throne room. I think that'd be totally awesome, but we are quickly running out of time here in this episode, so I think we'll save that for the next one. So then, a quick overview. What an exciting episode, huh? At this point, we've completely destroyed 4 goblin pits, which is amazing. 3 of them were finished off in the past couple of months. Yeah, I really love this raiding. Oh, and I just remembered our raiders are still out at Brand Maligned. Well, they should be returning soon, I'd think. Well, anyways, besides that, we have some nice corpses in our museum now. Skeletons, actually. Of a couple different Forgotten Beasts, as well as that thieving human bowman from last episode, and even a skeleton of that Etten from a couple episodes back. The one that was killed by the Hornet, Endok. On top of that, we finally have our Heroes Hall in a decent state. We do have some nice statues in place now, but we still have to clean up these boulders, add a couple more memorial slabs, and then maybe do something else to it too. But I'm not too sure what. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And well, I was hoping for our raiders to return before it ended the episode, but I don't know where the hell they are. It seems like they've been out for a while. Maybe it's just because of all the excitement around here. Wouldn't doubt it. I guess we'll just worry about it next episode. Oh, but would you look at that? It looks like the Sandblades and others have just returned. Well, it's not gonna hurt to take a quick look, right? Certainly not. Mission report. Raise Brand Maligned. Autumn 260. Autumn already. Time flies, huh? Alright, the warriors head up, as per usual. Outmatch the goblins once again. Begin the slaughter. Grabbed an artifact book. Looted the place, destroyed the place, and then came home. Perfect. And now the spoils report. And once again we have a few instrument pieces. It seems that those goblins are a bit more musical than I would have pictured them being, even if they are just rubbing glass sticks on bone bowls. Well, very cool. And in fact, Brand Maligned is no longer here. Completely razed. That's 5 goblin pits down. Fantastic work. Man, oh man, I'll tell you. That's a pretty good percentage of all their pits. Over here they only have 5 tiny places, as well as Maze Monstrous, a goblin fortress, with a population of 750. A potential future target. And then up in the north, they have about 7 more pits as well as another fortress, Cursed Squirt, with a population of about 5,000. Nearly 5 times as many as the capital. Wow. A bit terrifying. We'll have to stay away from there for now. But in the future, who knows? Anyways, as always, I really hope you enjoyed watching this episode, and I truly hope to see you again next time, here in Usheng-Vagoosh, Monsterkiller. And until then, you bearded bastards,